Hit it.
Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Welcome, welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Welcome, welcome back. I am so glad you joined me. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome back, my beloved kings and queens. My name is Joyce McTeer, and I'm going to be your host for another Crafty Vision segment. Today, I'm going to show y'all how to make one bracelet and 3 necklaces using this creatology wood pieces that I got from Michaels. Okay, so if you look on the back, you will see the different sizes of the wood pieces. It's going to tell you you have 17 millimeter, 15 millimeter, 13 millimeter, and 10 millimeter wood beads, okay? So let's go ahead and get right on into this. So the items that you're going to need for this here, how to make videos, you're going to need some wire cutters. You're going to need some cord, okay? I am using Fax suede cord. So, but I'm using it in black, okay? I got this from Amazon. This big spool here I got from Amazon. You can find this at amazon.com, okay? So I will be using this. And that's pretty much all. Let me slow it up. And some stretch magic cord. Okay, now I will not be using any glue, but my suggestion to you is that if you make these, make sure that if you sell anything that you make, that you put a little dot of glue on it to keep the string from coming loose, okay? So now we can go ahead and get into this here video. So the very first thing that I'm going to show y'all how to make will be a bracelet. Okay, so we're going to do a bracelet. So of course, before you make your bracelet, whenever you use your cord, make sure you pre-stretch it first. Because if you do not pre-stretch your cord before you add on your beads, once you start wearing your bracelet, it will eventually start stretching. And once it starts stretching, you'll find that you'll have gaps. Excuse me, y'all, my nose, because my allergies are terrible. You will find that you'll start having gaps in between your bracelet, okay? You'll see that your beads, you'll be putting your beads on and you'll have gaps in between it, okay? So this bracelet is just going to be a colorful bracelet. Now, if you want to, you can add spacer beads on. That's completely up to you. But as y'all can see, what I did was I just put, I put all of my beads pretty much in piles. And I'm just going to go around to each one and grab one. Because like I said, this is going to be a colorful bracelet. Not only that, but this is something that you can do if you have children. You can do this with your girls and just make some bracelets. And pretty simple, it's pretty easy. It gives you guys something to do together. I hate using that word, guys, but it gives you all something to do together. And y'all gonna have to excuse me for a minute. Okay, y'all, it is fun. It is exciting. It gives you all a chance to make something different. And you know, this is made from wood beads, and I love wood beads. Like, I really love wood beads. What else can I say about this? It adds something, being colorful wood beads always will add something different to whatever you're doing. And that's the wonderfulness of wood beads. You can take wood beads and you can pretty much make whatever you like, okay? Now, what I'm not going to do with this is I am not going to add any glue on this, but my suggestion to you would be, if you make a conscious decision to to make anything that you sell, please make sure that you use some type of adhesive and glue the knot. Once you tie it, make sure you glue your knot, because you don't want people to get your stuff and then it falls apart. And I say that a lot. So this is just a bracelet that I'm creating. A lot of people, I noticed that they do I always do mine like this because this is what works for me. So you do what works for you, okay? And I do it a couple times. Now, like I said, if you wanted to, you can add some spacer beads. You could put some spacer beads in between these beads right here if you wanted to. And then all you do is you just take your cutters, you snip, you add on your glue. Once you add your glue on, then you can just take it and tuck it right on into that bead. I hope I'm in frame. You can take it and tuck it right on into your bead. Okay, we're going to try it on. Take this off. And we're going to see what we got. And see, this is what you'll have. And you can do this in many, many colors. Okay, so let's go ahead and start on a neck. Okay, y'all, so I decided to go with the suede cord because it is definitely longer, okay? And I'm going to say that this is about maybe 36 inches long. It's pretty long. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding on my beads. And I'm going to start off with 3 of my 10mm beads. I'm going to put these on. And I'm going to bring these all the way down until I get to the middle of my cord. Bring them down like that. And you want to be in the middle, pretty much in the middle of your cord. And then the very last thing, the very next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add on one of these 13mm ones. So when I add this one on, okay, you're going to put both sides of the cord in. So you're going to have one side going in here and then another side going in over here, okay? And you want to pull these two together, all right? You want to try to have your cords, both sides of your cords, even while you're doing this. And the reason why I say that is because when you start adding on your beads at the very end of making this, you don't want one side to be longer than the other side. You pretty much want them both to be, if at all possible, the same. If not, don't stress yourself, okay? So this is the beginning of our necklace. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add on 3 13mm beads. So this is going to be my first one. I'm going to add one on one side, and I'm going to add one on the other side over here. Bring these down. So recap, these 3 here are 10mm and these up here are 13mm. Now you're going to add one more 13mm, okay, and you're going to put in both sides. So you're going to put one side in right here, and then you're going to put another side in this side right here over here. And you're going to push it all the way through. And like I said, make sure that you are doing this together because you don't want one side to be too longer than the other side. You want to make sure you have everything as even as possible. And you're going to bring that down, and this is what you're going to have. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to add these 15 millimeter. I'm going to put one on one side and one on the other side and one in the middle. One of the 15 millimeter ones in the middle. And of course, like I said, you want to take your cord, put one on one side and then one on the other side and take it through. Okay. Now, with this necklace that I'm showing you all how to make, you can make this as long or as short as long or as short as you want it to be. Okay, you don't necessarily have to make it as long as I'm making it. You can make it if you want to stop here, you can stop here. It just depends on your taste. Okay, these are 17 millimeters, so I'm going to add on one here. And I'm going to add one over here. And then I'm going to take and add one big one in the middle. I'm going to take both sides, take one side through here, and take this side over here, push it through, and then pull these two together, okay? Just like that, all right? So this is pretty much our necklace, but I'm not gonna stop there. I'm gonna add on 3 10 millimeter ones, one on this side. I'm gonna put another one over here on that side, and then I'm gonna add a 13, or actually I'm gonna add a 15 in the middle. So this one is going to go here, and then I'm gonna add my other one over here and just bring these two together just like this. All right, okay, and then I'm gonna add two of the 10 millimeter beads. Wait a minute, oh, not big enough. One here, and one over on this side. I'll make sure the hole is big enough. Okay, and then I'm going to resort and go back to the 15 millimeter. So one piece over here, and then one piece over here, and pull them both together like this. All right, and that's what you're gonna have. All right, you see my design there? Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go back and just redo what I did before with these 10 millimeter beads, one on one side, one on the other side. One on this side here. Take it through. And then I'm going to add a 15 millimeter up at the top. One goes through here. The other side goes through here and pull it straight through like this. Okay. All right, so this is where my necklace is ending. So this is pretty much, this is going to be my centerpiece. When you put this on, This is how it's going to hang. Now, if you wanted to make it as long as you wanted to and make it a choker, bam, that would be awesome. But if you want to add some beads on it, this would be a beautiful choker. I think this is just going to be a choker. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make this a choker. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make this a choker. I'm not going to add any beads, any more beads to the sides. At first I was going to show y'all how to make, well, this is a necklace, but I was going to do a different style. But I'm going to continue to work on this part. So I'm going to speed the camera up a little bit. Okay, y'all. So as you can see, this is going to be a choker. Now, y'all see this, okay? This is awesome. I'm gonna move these beads back just a tad bit. And the way we're gonna close this off so that your beads won't come off, okay? And the reason why I'm using this cord is because it's just so much easier to work with, all right? Now what you wanna do is you wanna tie a knot on the ends. Wait a minute. Like this. This is gonna keep everything in place. Now you may have to tie 2 knots. If you have to tie 2 knots, don't worry about it. You just don't want your bead moving, okay? Once you tie it, try to push it up against that if at all possible. Like I said, it's just gonna keep the bead from moving. And then you wanna do it on the other side. So you wanna do it over here too. You want 2 knots. One on one side and one on the other side, okay? Just like this. All right, and there you go. That's your choker. And what I do is I want to make sure that these are pretty even. But you see, the thing about this too that makes it great is when you use a lot of cord. If you want to wear this necklace long, you can wear it long. Okay, if you want to wear it long, you can wear it long. But I come up at the top. I don't know why I do this, but this is just something that I do. And I make knots at the end of my cords. And see, this way, like I said, you don't have to worry about adding any fish hooks. No, not fish hooks. No, you don't have to worry about connecting anything, because if you want to wear this long, you can. If you want to wear it short, you can wear it short, okay? You don't necessarily have to wear it long. And this is your choker, okay? That's your choker. Now you can make matching earrings to go with this. Okay, y'all. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make another necklace, and this spool I got from Amazon. So you want to take off as much as you feel like you need. I always like to have more because I don't like running out of stuff, y'all. Cord, chain. When it comes to some things, sometimes when I'm making stuff, because I want to make sure that I can make it and don't have to redo it. When you have been working and making jewelry for a long time, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And when you make a lot of mistakes, you learn from them things, okay? So now I'm going to make another necklace pretty much the same way, but this time I'm going to add some beads on it. I'm going to go with this red. So I'm going to add on, and I'm going to start off with 4 13mm ones. You add on your 3 first. Okay, you bring them down to the middle, just like that. Bring them down to the middle. And then your 4th one, your fourth one, you just, this is going to be my fourth one. I'm just going to, you've got to make sure you put both ends in. So you do it on one side, and then you push it through. Until you get to your other side. And like I said, you have to make sure that, you want to make sure that they're even, so that one side doesn't have more cord than the other side. Okay. All right. And here you have that. Let's see. I did pretty good. All right. So now what you want to do next is you can start adding on your beads. And this is just going to be a necklace. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to speed this up because this is a process that's going to take time. So I'm going to speed up the process and I'll be back. Okay, y'all. So as you can see, we have this really beautiful red necklace, red wood necklace. And I'm going to tell y'all something too. You can buy this stash, okay? And you can incorporate other beads into this and make some awesome, awesome jewelry, okay? Just using these wood colorful beads right here, all right? So what you want to do now, you want to make it as long as you want it to be. If you just wanted to make it a choker, you could have made this a choker. You could have cut it off and made it a choker. This is, to me, a necklace. This is a necklace. And so this is what it looks like. And what you want to do is you want to come down on each one of your pieces and tie a knot in it. And like I said, you may have to tie 2 knots because it will go through. So I'm going to tie another knot to just keep it from going through, because you don't want your beads to be sliding up and down on your cord. You want them to stay in place. Okay? So you put your knot in there, and once you put your knots in there, it will definitely stay in place. Okay? If you make a conscious decision to make this stuff and sell it, don't forget to do that also, okay? Also, make sure that you are putting your knots in so that when people get your stuff, that they can have it for a while. The name of the game when you are making jewelry is when people buy your stuff, they buy it for one because they like how it looks, okay? But the next thing they're gonna wonder is, how long is it going to last? That's the key. They go by how it looks, the presentation of it, but they're gonna wanna know, how long will it last? Okay, so this is another necklace, and that's what this looks like. And if you wanted to, you could have made this part of it a little long. Let me tell y'all something. You can even add something to hang down from here to really make this necklace pop, okay? Some people don't like all of that, but trust me. And when I say some people, everybody have their own taste, okay? If you're making this for yourself, you can do it any way you want to do it. But you can take a jump ring, you can make yourself a jump ring, put it through the bottom of this, and you can actually add a pendant, something really big down at the bottom. Okay, I'm telling y'all. Okay, so here we have this necklace. So this is necklace number 2. So for right now, we have this necklace and we have this. Wow. Okay. All right. So you can make earrings to go with this. You can also make earrings to go with this. Okay. So let me see what we're going to make now. Let's see. Get some more of my cord. Oh gosh, it's so many things that you can make, y'all, using these beads. And I mean nice stuff, you know. Sometimes I think when people look at, like, because you don't spend a whole lot of money on the findings, like, sometimes people want, you know, this is how I look at it. If I make a piece and it's nice, they go by the presentation of it. You want to make sure, like I said before, that the quality of it is, they can have it for a while. You want to try to buy timeless pieces. You want to buy pieces of jewelry that pretty much that you've never seen anybody else with. And let me show y'all something. Look at this. Now this bracelet that I made in the very beginning could go with either set. It could go with this, or it could go with this blue. Bam, there you go. Okay, so let's see what we're going to make. Okay, y'all, so this final necklace is going to be a layered necklace. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Actually, I could probably do all 4 colors. So let's do all 4 colors. So we're just going to do, this is going to be like a layered. When I say layered, it's going to be a multi-strand. So I'm going to have one on with all of these colors. I'm going to speed this process up because it's going to take time for me to do each and every one, okay? Okay, y'all, so as you can see, this is what I have so far. You want to make sure, once again, that your ends can meet. So you want to take your time and make sure, okay, that they can meet and they are together. So this is the very first piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie some knots in this and start on my second piece. So this is the first one, because this is going to be a multi-strand wood necklace. And we're using, and you can do this with as many strands as you want. You can do 4 strands if you want, but this is, I'm going to only be doing 3 pieces. So this is the first one. I'm going to set that off here on the side. Now I'm going to take my next strand, and I just need to figure out how I want to do this one. So I think I'm going to just repeat what I did the first time with the colors. So I'm going to go with my pink, my purple, my yellow, my orange, and my blue. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up, and I'll be back. Okay, y'all. All right, my beloved kings and queens, so here we have it. So now what you wanna do is you just wanna see where this is going to fall on your piece. Okay, this is what it's looking like so far. Now the very last thing that I'm going to do is you want to make sure that, once again, you want to make sure your beads, everything is even. So you just want to take your cords and just make sure that everything is even, that your ends are even, okay? And then you want to come and just tie knots just like this on your pieces. And like I said, if you have to tie 2 knots, then tie 2 knots to really secure it, to keep it from going down inside the bead, because like I said, you don't want the beads to move. You want them to stay pretty much in place, okay? So I'm tying actually 2 knots in this. Now the very last color that I'm going to be doing is going to be one solid color for this necklace, okay? All right, so we have this one and we have these 2 done. All right, so the last color that I'm going to do is going to be a one solid color, and I'm going to go with the color purple. So everything I do this time is just going to be completely purple. So these are the 10, I'm gonna add the 10 millimeter. I'm going to do one of these wood piece, one of these square ones, because I haven't used that yet. And then I'm gonna go with another 10 millimeter. And one of these circles. That's how I'm gonna do this one, the 10 millimeter, because I have not really used too many of these, of the purple at all. The purple and the yellow and the pink I haven't used too much of. So that's pretty much what I am going to do. And now all I'm doing is alternating the circles and the squares. So I'm putting in the 10 millimeter small ones, and then I'm going to add on a circle. So that's all I'm doing, but I'm going to go ahead and speed up this process, and then I will come back. Okay, y'all, so here we have it. This is the third piece. And pretty much what you want to do is you just want to bring all 3 pieces together, and you want to try to figure out how you want to layer this, okay? So you can, wait a minute. Now what I'm going to do is, I have a whole lot of beads right there with this part right here. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to take some off, okay? Because this is going to be my bottom, the way that this is going to be the bottom part. This is going to be the middle, and this is going to be pretty much the top. So what I want to do is I want to take, because I added on, I put on a lot of beads just to make sure that I had enough to really do this. And basically what you want to do is I'm going to make this one, I want to make this one shorter than this one. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now. On this side. And then this one needs to be actually a little, just a tad bit longer. So I'm going to add on one more bead on both sides. Pushing this through. Okay, then I'm coming back over here, and I'm going to push this through. And now since I got it pretty much how I want it to be, got 3 pieces here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to put my knots in this piece right here. Just like this. Put my knots in it. And you still don't have to add on any, like I said in the very beginning, you don't have to add on any lobster claw clasp or anything like that. So we have 3 necklaces. And all we're going to do, you're going to come down to the very tail end. You're going to tie a knot. Just try to make sure that they're even. And you can tie 1 knot right here. Just like this. Okay. Tie 1 knot. Come on. There you go. All right, pull it through. All right. Okay, and then you're gonna come down here on this end and pretty much do, I'm sorry y'all, the same exact thing. So you're gonna come here, bring these together, and you're just gonna tie your knot like this. Okay, pull it through. And here's your necklace. That's your necklace. Okay. That is your necklace. Okay, that's how it's going to lay when you wear it. Now, if you want to, this is if you want to, you don't have to do this. You can braid this string right here. You can braid it, or you can keep the 3 like this, and when you wear it, put it around your neck, and you can tie it. Okay, when you wear it. It's completely up to you on what you decide to do with this, okay? So basically what I'm going to do for right now is I'm just going to leave it just like this. I'm not going to do anything else to it. And because this is finished to me. I don't have to add anything else to this if I don't want to. All right, so this is your necklace. Okay, you got your 3 pieces here for your necklace. Now, look at this, y'all. Check this out. Bam. Okay, you got all the colors in here except for the red. I mean, except for all the colors in here except for the red. But this bracelet could go with this, okay? So you got this, you got this, and you also got this. So you can make as many sets as you want out of these beads from Creatology. And you can do it however you choose to. These are just some ideas to get your creative juices flowing, okay? Happy crafting, y'all. Make plenty. For those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. Check me out. I do have my Instagram. If you go to my About page, my Instagram link is there for you to find me. If y'all decide to make anything using these beads, please let me see what you make and you create. Okay, so with that being said, I want to take this time to say thank y'all so very much for joining me for another Crafty Vision segment. And until my next upload, my beloved kings and queens, peace and blessings. See ya.